Welcome to Eiric Reviews, the channel where we talk about anything and everything related to One Piece. I am Eiric and welcome to the channel. Before we continue on this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It will definitely help the growth of the channel, and I will be continuing on uploading One Piece contents every single week. Without further ado, let us proceed to the video. Today, we are going to have a discussion video all about our favorite samurai band, the 9 Red Scabbards, or if you are an anime watcher, they are called the Akazaya 9. Speaking of anime watchers, if you are only watching the anime and you do not want to be spoiled about the current events of the One Piece manga, I suggest that you should watch a different video in my channel because this one contains a lot of spoilers. But if you aren't a anime watcher or you just don't care at all, then you may gladly continue. There are two main reasons why I am currently making this video. First is that I really want to have a video dedicated only to the really cool samurais of Kozuki Elden. The other reason is because of the reactions I saw from the One Piece fans after the release of chapter 992. There were a lot of positive ones, but we won't be talking about that right now. I was not happy on the fans that were displeased on what occurred in the most recent chapter of One Piece. I saw a lot of comments saying that, "Why are the Scabbards suddenly so strong?" Or, "Why are the Scabbards doing all of this to Kaido?" And, "OMG, Kaido is so weak, I am so disappointed right now." And after reading all of those, my reaction was, what the heck? One Piece chapter 992 was a really dope chapter that contains perfect action, subtle comedy, some emotional sequence, and a really amazing cliffhanger. Even with all of those, you still call that a disappointment? After I learned all about this reaction, I researched on why is this happening. I then found out the main roots on why such fans are shocked and surprised by the sudden strength the Scabbards are currently showing. For those that do not know why, let me explain it to you. One of the reasons why fans are reacting this way is because of the portrayal of the 9 Red Scabbards, especially Kinemon, Kanjuro, and Raizo. I usually think that those that weren't happy about this action were just unable to understand the story. Well, I mean, they have been holding this grudge for 20 years. It was also shown throughout the show how dedicated they were in their quest. Anyways, I tried to understand their perspective and I got some of their points. The first Scabbard that was shown in the series was Kinemon. Unlike the current Kinemon that is the badass, fire-slashing leader of the powerhouse Scabbards, he was first shown as a man that can talk by farting. Sounds ridiculous, right? Well, the main reasoning of those fans that was not happy about Kinemon suddenly slashing Kaido's attack is that Kinemon was not a cool character from the start and he was only portrayed as a freaking joke or a gag character. I have to say, I get your point, but that statement can be quickly dismissed. Just because you started as a gag character doesn't mean that you cannot be a strong one. Oda usually introduces his character in a very unusual way. Oda likes to show the funny and quirky side of his characters first, as it was shown with Usopp in his lying, Chopper with his hiding quirk, and Ace with his eating and sleeping. Kinemon starting off as a funny character isn't really that unusual. Heck, it was even foreshadowed long time ago in Punk Hazard about this fight with Kaido when Kinemon fought the dragon in Caesar's lab. Fans usually do not like characters that are portrayed as funny to be strong because they will only believe that their only main reason was to be funny. The main victims of this was Kinemon, Kanjuro, and Raizo. Another thing that fans usually say is that if they were really that strong, why did they hide their characters during the past arcs such as Dressrosa? I think that is a more reasonable question, but I also have a reasonable answer to that. The 9 Red Scabbards have a mission. It is to kill Kaido. Kinemon is the leader and he is also a very smart individual. I could say that they were hiding their true powers and saving it for the final battle. They also hid their powers so that they won't cause any attention on them. If they were revealed to be alive, that would cost them the 20 years of waiting. It would cost them their missions. That was the same reasoning why the Minx hid Raizo. He was a living proof of the Scabbards being alive. If Raizo joined the battle, Jack would have found out that the Scabbards are alive, which will then reach Orochi, and then they can prepare even better, thus causing the failure of their mission. Let me tell you about the story of the main inspiration of the 9 Red Scabbards. They were called the 47 Ronin. There is actually a movie about it, so you can always check that out. The summary of this story is basically 47 samurais becoming Ronins after the death of their master caused by his enemy. The 47 men decided to avenge their fallen master and kill his enemy, but his enemy has a lot of soldiers and also a very powerful man. They all then decided to plot a revenge plan that will take place in 14 months, and during that time, they are going to act as drunkards in order to gather information and infiltrate the residence of their enemy. And after the long wait, they were able to achieve their goal. After the death of their enemy, they all committed seppuku or suicide. After hearing that story, you can clearly understand why the Scabbards do not want any noise related to them because they want their revenge to be successful. This can also be applied on the gag character idea. Oda portrayed them as funny side characters at first so that they can shock us all at the end. Now that I have addressed some of those issues, let me tell you on what I believe is the main reason of this disagreement of the fans. It is none other than delusion. I know it is a really harsh thing to say, but it is the truth. The One Piece fanbase is a really huge base, and as all fanbase has, we also have some fans that are delusional. Fans tend to let their headcanon get in the way even when the truth is displayed in the front of us. I believe this can be applied to all of us fans. Even I also have experienced this thing. You cannot deny that. Delusional fans have their own thoughts and opinions that they want to see happen in the series, and if it does not happen, then they will get mad and rant. First of all, why would you be mad if your idea does not happen? This isn't your series. It was from Eiichiro Oda's head. Fans that I really hate the most are those fans saying that he is that level or A is clearly stronger than B. Those are really annoying, and if things don't go in their way, they will then trash talk. To be honest, I am also guilty on this topic, which is why I believe that we should change this kind of attitude. For example, an example only. Zoro fans should not be mad if Zoro does not end up killing Kaido because that theory has been everywhere. Oda is a king when it comes to subverting expectations. There is an actual reason on why is this currently happening in the series. Yes, the Scabbards were definitely a surprise these past few chapters, but it was a pleasant surprise. At the same time, it wasn't something that was pulled out from the ass and can be called inconsistent. The Scabbards being this strong is something that we should have expected. Just like Kozuki Oden once said, "Do not underestimate my samurai." Do you agree or disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section down below so that we can have a discussion as well. And like always, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Eiric Reviews. I promise that you won't regret it. Once again, this is Eiric, and see you again next